Hey guys, before the video actually starts, I'm just wanting to do a preface. I know I don't really need to do this because this is all like my own shit, but I just want to throw it out there because it is something I'm working on, and I don't really hide my shit. I share it for my own documentation, my journey, myself, but also for anyone else who might be in the illusion of struggling with such things as well and whatnot. So with that being said, I am highly self-conscious about this next video that you're about to watch because I am, again, it's all illusion and ego judgment. I know that within illusion and ego judgment, I am very, very, very self-conscious about how I look. I'm in the illusion that my skin looks absolutely awful, that I look horrible because of my weight and I look swollen, that my face looks funny looking. My hair always looks bad because I don't feel comfortable wearing it any other way except up. Like I'm in this illusion that I just look like absolute shit. So it's something I'm very, very, very self-conscious of how I look in this. That being said, I'm also very much aware of the fact that it's all an illusion. It's all ego judgment. I'm not this body. I'm not this character. You know, it's all perception. And, you know, there's the opportunity to do mental cleanup on this, which I will do the best that I can with it. And within illusion, there are things that I am working on when it comes to trying to quote unquote better my body. I'm struggling with it, but I'm slowly working on it. So, and then again, zooming out, it's all lessons. Like I said, it's all lessons when it comes to my perception of the body and weight, and just like we can go into a whole thing, but I'm not going to right now. I just wanted to preface saying, if there's anyone out there that's watching these videos going, dude, you look like gross and ugly and your skin is awful and you're really overweight, trust me, I know. I am highly, highly, highly aware, and it's something I'm extremely insecure about, and I do beat the shit out of myself about it. At the same time, I am working on myself mentally a lot, and then physically it's something I struggle with, but I'm working on that as well. But I, again, at zooming out, at the end of the day, what really matters is this, because then when I clean this up, everything else reflects, including with my body. But again, I'm not to judge how that's going to look or work. What matters is being happy and at peace regardless of how anything looks, including my body. So that's not to be an extreme or anything like that. Like I said, I'm in the illusion of, you know, eating McDonald's 3 times a day is not going to be good for you. You know, I'm not going to do that. With that being said, it's remembering to anchor onto truth and working on the perceptions with that. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And with all that being said, let's get this video started. Good morning. Hey, well, right now it's morning for me. I just woke up, and I'm getting the prompt to make a video where I channel spirit in whatever form of character that comes through, whether it's Eric, Yeshua, Robin, whoever. And then just do that while I'm getting ready to go out and, you know, film while I'm shopping and see what comes through with spirit with that. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna try and do this. I'm in the illusion of being sick with the cold flu thing. And I'll be honest, there's a part of me that feels really exhausted at the idea of doing this right now with filming, because I'm already exhausted at the idea of just getting ready to go out and go shopping. It just feels like a lot, but I need to do it today. I'd stay home, but I gotta go out and get stuff. So there's that part of me that's going, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I mean, I have the ability to. I know that to say I don't is a limitation. There is this part of me that feels really tired at doing this. So I'm going to try. This is me starting, and we'll see how far I get with this if I actually do the whole thing, but we'll see. So I think what the plan's going to be is I'm going to get myself out of bed, and then I'm going to go and get ready and shower. And then I think I might sit down and do a little bit of channeling while I'm sitting and focusing on just that. And then continue on while I, you know, go to the store and do shopping then maybe come back and conclude it. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so stick around and let's see what happens. So I'm in my bathroom and I just realized that I don't really know what to film or say because I literally am just going to get in the shower. I'm not going to do face mask or anything right now. Oh my God, I'm so greasy. I'm not going to do face mask or anything right now. So I'm just going to put this on pause and do my thing, and then we'll sit down and we'll chat. All right, now I'm all showered and not greasy anymore. I've got my Hufflepuff wet brush. But yeah, I've got different things in my head. Well, first of all, my first instinct, urge to say is Happy New Year, because that's what I'm used to saying throughout in the illusion of my entire life. But with that, what I really want to say is happy, wonderful now, always, because what is a new year versus an old year? What is past versus future? It doesn't exist. Time and space is an ego mind made up construct, and it helps us to play pretend with illusion, but that's just it. It's just an illusioned tool that isn't even actually real. So I'm very much as like there's that part of me that first wants to say Happy New Year, immediately I'm going, well, no, happy now, always. That's becoming more of the natural. I know my framing is off, but whatever. I need to stop worrying and try to explain that kind of stuff. Anyway, just be. Sorry, I'm also, like I said, it's illusion, but I never deny I'm still playing with illusion. So with an illusion, I'm dealing with this cold flu thing. Plus with an illusion, I've got an injured shoulder and arm, and it's making it really difficult to even do things like brush my hair. It's starting to get better, but it's still, so I'm a little awkward with my hair brushing and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, so happy now, always. And I do feel the prompt to share with you guys. Once I got in the shower, and now it's not, well, I mean, he's been doing this for a few days now, but it kicked in again while I was in the shower, and it's still happening. Eric, Archangel Uriel, playing incessantly in my head, mostly the chorus from Rihanna's Umbrella. And it's a song that he plays for me in my head, and will pop it up on my phone. It's one of his songs that he does play for me and will pop up on my phone. And I know that there's that level where it is for me right now, which I really appreciate. At the same time, I also know I'm supposed to share that with you guys. And for you guys, the message that's coming along with it is the feeling that I'm getting with it, because it's not words I'm getting from him about it. It's just the feeling that I'm getting along with it that I'm supposed to convey to you guys. I'm seeing him like opening his arms up and like, you know, going like this and like pulling into a hug, and it's like the hug is like representing like the umbrella. I'm seeing him actually like he's being playful. I'm seeing you know, like just those funny like what you see them in like cartoons, or like in like, I don't know, just the silliness of like the headband that like wraps around your head, and it's like, again, it's got like the stick with the like umbrella on top, so you don't have to hold an umbrella. It's like sticking on the top of your head, and then it's just like got like water pouring down it, and then like he's standing obviously under it because it's on his head, and then like it's like you, it's not anyone specific I'm seeing, but a you, us, whoever, and he's like hugging, holding, and like, so you're both under this umbrella. It's cute. It's cute and it's funny. So the feeling with that is definitely like, again, with him, spirit, God, it's all one, it's all the same. Whoever, whatever character that comes through for you, it's all energy, it's all the same energy. We're all one, it's all God. It's just playing as that pretend character. So it's just that feeling of like whatever characters coming through, or if you're just doing straight to God, which it is all straight to God anyway. We are God. It's oneself. You know, we can, I'm asking for help with my words, because like I said, it's not words I'm getting, it's feelings. So I'm asking for help with the words, with the feelings that I'm getting with it. It's a very comforting feeling, and it's very much like, rest here. And, the umbrella is like the comfort and the safety, and where it, you know, melts away the illusions and shadow, ego, fear programming, like our own false evidence made up real illusion programming. It's not actual program, it's just an illusion state of mind. Programming is just another way to say it. And so it's like, when we sit with spirit, God, our true self, and let ourselves rest there, even if it looks like it's raining down around us, we're covered. We're covered by God. It's like that. You hear different beings through different mediums and whatnot talk about, how the more we do this work on ourselves, we like create this like glass that like and even like bulletproof glass, like it's like not shattering, not glass that's able to shatter, but like we build up like this glass wall between ourselves and the illusion, and so we can see the illusion playing around us, but it's not actually affecting us. And then we get to a point where the illusion melts away, and then we see where we always are, which is, we're not even here doing this, never were, and we were fully aware, and we always were home, and we can see that. And like, it's, yeah. So so that's very much the feeling that I'm getting with that. Like, like sit with us, sit with God, sit with, your true self, and let yourself rest there, and let yourself be taken care of. And you can stand here with us. It's safe. This is where it's always safe, because it's what we truly are. And our true power is safe because it is equal and it is shared, and we are one. So that's what I'm getting with that, which actually, this is actually kind of funny, because now I can see how it's segueing into one of the other things that I was getting prompted to talk about, and my foot just got touched, so thank you. Because I was getting the prompt also, but I was like, it feels like there's like, it's like 3 different like topics, and it's going to be too much, but it's actually segues, because what I just said is, I just said how our true power is safe because it's equal and shared, true power and limitlessness and whatnot. As I was getting the prompt to talk about, again, I'm asking for help with my words. I was getting the prompt to talk about how I've been down all the different rabbit holes, and why it's important to not be clinging to them. And because the truth is, again, like I just said, our true power is, and limitlessness is safest because it's equal and shared. So when I say like I've been down all the rabbit holes, I've been in that space where I've been ready to fight with the people against like the government or whatever. I've looked up and read so much on different conspiracy theories and mind control programs, and I've indulged in things like galactic wars and dark versus light, and it's this battle between evil and good, and demons and angels, and I'm trying to think of other examples. I just had one on the top of my head. Hang on a second. So, and other things where Yeshua was leading like a cult and it wasn't good. And, different things about the past and what these past things actually were, and stuff about the Illuminati and these like the shadow government, and, just all this different stuff. And, I've even been in a space where an old friend of mine, actually the first friend that I made in this, when I hit my awakening, there was big synchronicities with her and I, with just stuff that happened. It was really, really cool and beautiful. However, everything is helpful, and we're not to judge. That being said, it did quickly turn into the illusion of very dark. And there was a level where I was believing her with things that she was saying, and she genuinely believed stuff. Like she believed that her and her main spirit guide and Eric were, you know, traveling around in the astral, which this is the astral as well, and shooting up demons and saying that it actually hurts them and makes it feel like they're actually being shot and blah blah blah. And you know, I was believing this stuff, you know. It didn't sit right with me, and I, there was that part of me that was like, no, that doesn't, like, I was questioning it because I'm like, that doesn't sound right. At the same time, I'm like, I did have a level because I just woken up and I was just starting to learn, and I was in the space. I remember sitting in my living room, like looking at the computer monitor at the lights blinking and like talking to it like it was this overlord AI thing that was like, you know, like basically like controlling the matrix, and like saying like, I created you, you didn't create me, like I control you, you don't control me, like we're stopping this now. Like I was literally talking to a computer monitor. Like I'm not kidding when I say I have been there. And then I had a very close friend of mine, and I honor her so much because she, as much as we don't talk now, she taught me very important lessons as to why it's so important to not be clinging onto this stuff. Because I was the one person that was with her through pretty much everything. She was, and I mean possibly still is, constantly in and out of the psych ward, seeing things like people being held up in the air with exorcism poses, and people talking back to her, like robots echoing everything that she was saying, and you know, her consciousness being taken off and being tortured in these different ways. And it was just, and I would sit up with her overnight. Even while I was in school, I would be missing school because I'd sit with her overnight in the hospital while she's strapped to a bed and just screaming and crying. And it was just that's just like a little lump sum of what I went through for years. Like, so a good, well, the first like what 2 to 3 years of my awakening, and it even started a little bit before that. In a sense, it just, her and I both kind of hit our awakening together, and it was like a build up to that, and then it just exploded. With things that are coming online for me now, I can see how and why, if I wasn't doing my work on myself like I am, there's a good chance I'd be where she's at. It is happening almost every single time, not almost every single time, with my one best friend. Every time we hang out, she suggests dinner, and what she suggests is exactly what I've been craving and what I've been planning on making myself that next week for dinner for myself. And it's the point where it's freaking me out, not because it's bad or evil or anything. I mean, even if it felt that way, I know it's not real, but it's very loving. It's someone that I love very much, and it's not actually scary. It's actually really cool. It's just my system is going, oh my God, because it's not used to this. And this is one situation where that could easily, if I wasn't working on myself, I could be seeing everyone literally being my mirror, robotically repeating back to me everything I'm saying, and it could look scary because the thing is, we are each other's mirrors. Everything is a reflection. This is why it's really important to go within and do the mental cleanup and let go of any illusioned notion, belief, idea that evil is real, bad is real, that it's light versus dark, that we're in a battle, that we've been controlled, that the matrix is something that we're trapped in and it's outside of us. The matrix is not, this is not literally a computer program. Like Elon Musk, you know, had went on about, like, Elon Musk has this whole thing about that we're living in a simulation that was created by like a high advanced society. The metaphor is correct, but it's not literal. This is, hang on a second. It's not literally a computer program. You could also call it a dream, an illusion, a hallucination. It's just a metaphor. It's the fact that we are home now, imagining this inside of ourselves. So the matrix is just, all the matrix is an illusioned mindset that isn't real. It's the ego mindset. The ego isn't real. It's an illusion tool. It's helpful. We're not to judge it. We honor it, but it's not real. That's what the matrix is, period. It's not this overlording program that's controlling us, and we don't have, no one is a victim. Yes, in the illusion, I help where I still can, but I also don't sit here and go, evil is real, and I look at you as a victim and, oh, poor you, and the government is mad. Do I still get these hits of judgments at times with things? Absolutely. I'm not going to deny that, but I know what the truth is now, and when I'm ready to, after I fully face and embrace and feel where I'm at, when I'm able, I go within and I do the mental cleanup. This is so, so, so important. This is why we have things like quote unquote mental illness. You know, schizophrenia is just channeling. And as we remember and understand, and everyone, we're constantly channeling always, everyone is. And it's either reflections of truth, love, God, or it's reflections of our own illusions that we're making up. And this is where we're going to start, and it is already starting to happen with like the quote unquote mental health community, when we understand things like, so with, we can start teaching people with schizophrenia things like, if you're hearing something or experiencing something that's not loving, then that's not a reflection of truth, and that's the moment that's opportunity to work on yourself in whichever way is discussed by that person and their doctors or therapists or whatever. I'm not going to try and dictate any of that. I'm just kind of give a base kind of explanation. But if it's a reflection of love, then that's something that you can expand on and sit with and indulge in, right? So even like disassociation, depersonalization, derealization, people say that kicks in because of trauma. Well, what is the illusion here for? To help us remember what we actually are and what this actually is. So when we go through something in the illusion of traumatic, and we kick into that feeling of derealization and depersonalization, all of that stuff, and it feels like a dream and it doesn't feel real, we don't feel like our bodies are characters, well, that's because that's what this is. And that's why you signed up to go through that, to give yourself that reminder that this isn't real. You're not the body. This is a dream you're making up. So that's why I have seen someone who I love very much go through the illusion of so much fucking hell and torture because they refuse to let go and work on themselves over the notion that evil is real and bad is real and all these things have like actually happened, instead of accepting that none of it actually happened. It's not real. Evil's not real. It's all stuff I'm making up, and I'm choosing to navigate it through. My friend Julie said it beautifully the other day. I love what she said about how we're navigating or walking through a landscape of our own thoughts. That's what this is. This is just as much as the astral as anything else, and it's all connected and it's all happening here and now. Yet all versions are playing out, yet none of it's actually happening. So again, our true power and limitlessness is safe because it's equal and shared. And that's why we've got to let go of this whole thing of evil and us versus them and good versus bad, because that's not where the safety is. That's all illusion. And in the illusion, there is that illusion of attack and pain and death. But where we actually are, where it's actually safe, where we can sit and rest, we're together and we're one. There is no opposition. There is no duality. And that's the truth of where we are. And you got to let this stuff go in order to let this stuff surface. It's like, I've done this before. It's like, I know other people have given this metaphor too. It's like you're holding something in your fist. You're not open to receiving, but you let it go. Now you're open to receiving. And this, on this side, like the truth stuff, is always open. Always open. The ego side is closed. The truth side's open. So that was interesting. There was definitely a bit of a segue there for that. So that was kind of cool because I wasn't understanding, and I'm like, you know what? And I was telling myself, just start talking and go with it, and just know that you'll get the prompts and it'll just happen the way it's meant to. And yeah, so that was kind of cool. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and I'm thankful for that. So I just, now of course I'm distracting myself a bit by brushing my hair, but I need to try and, I like to generally just let my hair air dry. I don't usually blow dry it unless I'm in a rush. I also need to get my hair fixed. I tried getting it cut in a certain way months ago before the winter, and the hairdresser I went to, very, very nice woman, but just not, ended up being what I was hoping it was going to be and all this stuff. So if my hair looks awkward, I tried doing the one side shorter and one side longer, and it just didn't turn out right, but that's okay. So hair grows and it's grown back a lot. It's actually, I want to actually just get this trimmed and bring it. Anyway, that's all side point character stuff. So with all that, I'm just seeing if spirit, God, our true self, whatever you want to label it, is wanting to kick in and say anything. For anyone, again, wanting to practice seeing energy or whatnot, I can feel, so I'm sitting here cross-legged and I've got my arms on my legs, and my hands are open, palm facing up, and I can feel my hands are being held on to. It's not super strong, but it's enough that I can definitely feel it. Again, it feels almost like a glove. Like I'm really feeling it around my fingers on both hands, and it almost feels like a glove in a sense. Like there's like a warmthness ish to it and a little tingly, but like this glovey type pressure, but like not, because it's not a bad pressure. It's comfortable. It's nice. Um, and I can see it's Eric. Eric is sitting in front of me. So technically he's in front of me right here, holding onto my hands facing me. And I can see him smiling. And what's interesting to what's interesting too that felt like someone someone starting to speak through me. What is interesting too is I'm also seeing a flash of Yeshua's face coming through Eric's face. Which would make sense though, because again, we are one with Yeshua. We are that Christ-like consciousness. Yeshua is also just a character that we've allowed energy God to play to help us remember that we are God. So that makes sense that and actually that's also for me, that's point of a, for me, that's proof of the progress that I'm making, to be able to allow myself to see Yeshua's face through Eric's. That's a big step for me too, because I know that that's a level of resistance that I've also let go of. So I'm grateful for that. I'm just seeing if there's anything that's he, they, we are wanting to say. Just seeing Eric going like, let's do this, you know, like, and it's very much, it's two levels of like, okay, like, let's go and like go out and go do this, like what we're going to do today, like, you know, get ready and head out and do some shopping, but then also directed towards all of us, you know, let's do this, as in, again, I'm asking for help with my words. It's very playful feeling. I can feel the joy in him with working with us, and work, helping us navigate and work through our quote unquote shit, our illusions. um and so it's very much like, yeah, all right, yeah, like let's get to work, let's get to this cleanup, you know. And it's very much like, and I can see I can see like us going like, you know, a mental cleanup, it feels like too much, and the illusion feels real, and I'm done with the lessons. And he's like, that's okay, like let's go do this, we're gonna have fun anyway, like you might not want to, but we're gonna have fun, and let's go do this. So it's very much like that kind of like feeling that I'm getting off of that. So it's very, but that's just it. Like spirit is very, very playful and very loving. There's also very much a very calm at peace space with, but they're also very playful too. So we, they, it's all the same. So yeah, those were the three things that I was really getting prompted to talk about. Was it 3 New Year's? Now my brain's going blank. I'm asking for help with remembering. New Year's, our true limitlessness and why it's important to let go of the illusions. I feel like there's a third point why my brain's going blank, and I know that that's for a reason. So I'm not going to push it. If it's meant to come back, it will. So yeah, I need to take a pause and figure out what I'm doing now. I want my hair to dry a bit more before I actually put it up. I need to not see, and this is just too, because I started to think about everything I need to do going forward, from like getting changed to putting my hair up to getting my boots and everything on, going out to the car, going to the store, walking around, doing the shopping, coming back, having to put my, and this is why, like, try not to get too thinky about things. Stay in the now, stay present. If I keep my mind still in the now, I don't start to get overwhelmed, because there is only now. So that's good practice for me. And I am working on it. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to pause this for a second and figure out what I'm doing. I need to make a phone call, and then, I'll be back, which for you guys is not like I'm leaving. I don't know why I explained. It's not like I'm live and I'm stepping away and coming back. It's so silly. I know. I remembered. It hit me right as I was about to get up, and I got that hit again. So the other thing that I was being prompted to talk about, which kind of segues a little bit, because talking about, in the sense of going within and doing the mental cleanup to allow what's real to take over and whatnot, um, shifting and transitioning dimensions, illusions, dreams, whatever label you want to put on it, and then going further from that, transitioning, what it's like to transition, which is the same thing as shifting. Um, so through, if I'm not mistaken, and again, it was through my friend Julie that Eric had said when I'd asked him through her, I was curious what he was saying through her about what it was like to transition. And he was saying it's like when you're at a museum and you're looking at a painting on a wall and then you just look at the next one beside it. It's that quick, that easy, that simple. And then for myself, I talked about this in one of my previous videos, but this has been going on about a month now. I was talking with Julie on the phone, and I literally saw, it was like five, like one, two, like half, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like all together, waves. Like my body was like those five, like going upward. And then I felt like I said, my insides, particularly my stomach, my lungs, throat, chest, throat, mouth, and my arms went like completely hollow, but like such a good feeling of hollowness. Like you just feel so light, and it's like you can feel how all this just heavy shit has just been like removed from you. But again, it's I removed it myself. I allowed that to be taken away because I've been doing the work on myself. And then I felt this joy in my chest, and since then I want to say now I'm positive, because just like 2 days ago, like this was New Year's Eve, there was an inspector that came into the apartment above me and were like hammering and banging around. And the people who lived above me, the day that happened, so the day that happened, they came home at about 4:30. No, well, no, they came home from school and at about 4:30 they left, and they didn't come back till like 11 at night. That is not normal for them. They usually are gone for at the most 2 hours in the evenings, maybe an hour, but that never that long. Next night, about the same thing. They came back a little earlier, between 9 and 10:30. I can't remember what, but again, not normal. Next night after that, they didn't come home at all. They have not stayed home overnight at all since then. And when they do come by, it's for maybe 5 to 10 minutes to up to 2 hours, and then they're gone again. And I could hear them making a bunch of noise and going in and out of their door. I'm pretty sure that they've moved. And on top of it, not only is that has happened, but like up until that day, the kids in the complex, at least a certain group of kids in this complex, were like playing right outside my window. I did ask them to move down a little bit, but it was still like pretty much outside my bedroom window too. And I could still hear it, like just screaming and playing and tobogganing, which, like kids are outside, they're allowed to do that, but it would still get to me because like I just constant noise in this place. Since that day, they have not. If they go out there, it's for maybe 5 minutes, and they're gone again. And even then, they haven't, like, I don't even think they have it all during the winter break, like complete, like. And it's been almost I have never had this amount of quiet and silence ever in my entire life. And especially with this place, I've been living here going on 5 years, and I've never, like, never, the people living above me stayed away one time, unless they were gone when I went to visit my friend in Alberta for about a month. But other than that, there was one Saturday a couple years ago where they left in the afternoon and came back the next day in the afternoon. Other than that, never stay away. And now they've literally moved. So I know for a fact that we're always shifting, but I know for a fact that day I went through a very obvious big dream illusion shift. I allowed myself into a reality where I've let, because I have, like, I know I still have my shit. I know I've admitted to you guys, I have yelled when the noise has been too loud, and I've banged back, and I've been that person. But I've also worked really hard on myself, and I know I've made a lot of progress, and I'm a hell of a lot better than what I was. I've really been trying to work on myself, and I have allowed the metaphors that these people represent to melt away. My foot just got tickled. Thank you. And I do honor and thank them, as much as I haven't said that to their characters, and we're in the illusion of our characters don't like each other. Mind to mind, and what we truly are, I am honoring, thanking them, and I know and can feel that they're doing the same for me, because we are one and we're all helping each other. And which is really us helping ourselves, because we're not separate. So what they represent for me, I've worked on letting go and melting away, and that has now been removed. Plus, it's the illusion of, I like, even I'm still afraid it's going to be temporary, but right now I have allowed more peace within inside myself, and that's reflecting in my external. And it also, I can tell it's a quote unquote fresh start. Every now is a fresh start because every now is a blank canvas. That being said, this for me does feel like a fresh start. Whoever ends up moving in above now, I want to introduce myself to them. I want to welcome them into this place, and then, just maybe ask them if they don't mind. If they're ever gonna have parties or a bunch of people over, if they wouldn't mind leaving a note in my mailbox letting me know so I can either mentally prepare myself or leave for the day. Because it's just, I can hear everything. So just if you wouldn't mind, I don't know, but just really really keep working on myself over what I feel when it comes to things that bother me or agitate me. And I can feel when I push past any fear programming that I've made up over my illusions about new people moving in, when I look past that, I can feel the relief, and I can feel how it's like this is a fresh start for me. Plus I can also see how, again, I know I shifted. This is a result of the work I've done. I've allowed this, and it's a good thing. So with what I was saying at the beginning of this little blurb, transitioning, that was a transition point. Now, I didn't fully pull myself out of illusion, which technically we are always fully out of illusion because we're not actually here doing this. But within the illusion, obviously, I'm still here playing with the illusion. That being said, I do know that was at least one form of what transitioning can be like. I understood on a deeper level what Eric was saying. I was like, holy shit, it's that simple. It was that simple. There was a level where it was like I almost felt it, but then you don't feel it. And it happened so quick and so easy and so like unexpectedly, like expected in the sense that I know this work does this, but unexpectedly as in I didn't expect it in that moment for it to happen. And it was it just happened, and it was so easy, and it felt so beautiful and so cool and so light and so just, and like I said, the hit of joy. But again, I know that was small compared to the joy that we actually are. So I was getting the prompt to share that as well. I do feel there's a prompt to make a video talking about this again specifically. But I was getting the prompt to talk about that now. So yeah, it's really cool, and I'm very grateful. And yeah, man, it's important that you do the self-work if you're wanting to let yourself blast up, because if you let yourself blast up while clinging onto the illusion, it turns it into more of your own made-up nightmare. With that, if you do the work while you let yourself blast up, it turns into a dream of truth until we just allow truth, which is where we're always at. So all right, I gotta get up and I gotta start getting ready to head out. So let's go do that. I was actually going to bring this with me while I finish getting ready, but I really need to charge up my phone, especially if I'm going to be filming while I'm out. So I'm actually going to stop this for now and stop utilizing my phone just to let it charge a bit more. So the next time you see me in the next shot, I will probably be in the car. So yeah. So I am now, yay! I am so getting these. Okay, hang on a second. Now I have mental cleanup to do on this because I'm definitely in the illusion that I can't afford it. And I'm also in the illusion that they're not good for me, so I need to work on that too. But OMG s'mores. They're so good. So good. And I never see them around ever. So it looks like they're a seasonal thing. So, and they're 50% off. So I'm totally getting like 2 bags because I don't know when I'm going to see them again. It's interesting too. Again, I've got mental cleanup to do on this because what I'm about to talk about is very much within illusion. But what's interesting is seeing how much candy and chocolate is still left from Christmas, because from my illusion memory of the quote unquote past, this stuff's usually like pretty much sold out by now, and the shelves are pretty full with like stuff that's, like I said, the decorations is one thing, but like all the snacks, the fact that they're this full still, definitely the illusion that, people can't be affording this. But again, I'm just reminding myself the world's exploding for a good reason. And we're already starting to see changes coming online with, people trying to help others and waking up with what all this is. And
Yeah, don't want to get too much into that right now, but yeah. So I'm in the illusion right now that I'm feeling kind of dizzy and weak, and I'm also starting to feel overwhelmed, and just really not good. So I can feel I'm getting the reminder to just like breathe, and like breathing in visual of like white source light, which is what I am, what we all are, and breathing out metaphorically illusion, shadow, ego. So in the sense like the metaphorical, breathing out like dark energy or like shadow, what looks like shadow or whatever. It's just a metaphor of illusion. So I'm doing that, and I'm just getting the prompt to give you guys a reminder as well. When you're out and about, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're starting to not feel good, you can take that moment to stop, breathe, and even do mental cleanup. I'm not feeling like doing mental cleanup right now. However, like not a full thing, but however, I am still saying, the illusions I'm feeling, take that cleanup from you, replace it with truth. I'm willing to allow what's real to take over. So just that reminder there. So it's funny because I was like, as I was shopping, I knew I was getting the prompt to show what the total was going to be because it was going to be a number sequence. I did not, I swear, I don't consciously mean this. We're making this all up. So in that sense, obviously we mean to do everything, but I did not consciously mean to do this. So hang on a second. So total 765. That's so funny. I was getting the prompt it was going to turn into a number sequence, but I didn't know what it was going to be, and we got 765. That's really funny. Thank you. Yeah, so that was really funny. Like I was saying in the store, I definitely sorry, hang on. Yeah, I was definitely getting that prompt visual feeling of like there's going to be a number sequence in the total amount, and I'm to share that with you guys. I didn't know what the number sequence was going to be or anything, but I knew. I was just getting that. So it was funny that the total came to 765. So yeah, I think I'm seeing Eric smiling and nodding. I think the big thing that they really wanted me to focus on with going out with this is just to talk about, again, embracing where we're at, not denying what we're feeling. It's okay if we're in public and we don't feel good and we let ourselves feel that. We so easily let ourselves share joy and laughter and smiling, which is, it's part of our true state of being. Absolutely. And, like indulge in that and share it and connect that way. Absolutely. With that being said, in the illusion of, sadness and pain and not feeling good, we so often, again, it's ego speaking with this too, but we so often feel like we need to hide it. And there are people that, don't think it's appropriate to be crying in public and, to hide that side of ourselves. But the truth is why do we feel we need to hide tears but not smiles? It's such a judgment. So even if you're out in public and you're not feeling good, whether it's you're feeling nauseous or you're feeling overwhelmed or you're upset about something, you want to cry, like in this past year, I've let myself step back. Like I've been in a space where I mentally wasn't in the illusion of mentally not doing good in Walmart or a grocery store, and I'll stop on the side and I'll let myself cry. So lessons on that, and I know I was getting prompted to talk about that, and we'll talk about more when we get back to my place. We'll touch on that a bit more. Hey, so I am back home. I don't really have a great way to set my phone up to be able to film in my kitchen, so just bear with me. And I've got a few dishes in my sink that I need to wash, so don't judge. I will get around to them. It's not a lot. It's like 2 plates, chopsticks, couple spoons, and a pot. So I'm gonna get to it when I get to it later today when I need to sit down and rest and then I'll get to it. But anyway, before I do any more channeling and talk about what I was talking about in the car there, I just figured that there might be some people interested. I'm getting the prompt to share what I got and whatnot, and I'll just be honest, my self-consciousness kicked in because of my weight, so I'm gonna keep doing mental cleanup on that. And I'm visually just giving it away right now. It's just a really quick thing of giveaway, but I'll do full mental cleanup on that after. So something I'm working on, which is one of the reasons why I'm on the illusion of, weight gain and whatnot, because of my beliefs about my body and and the body in general and all that stuff. So work to do on myself with that. But anyway, so speaking of weight, the one thing that I got, well, I got a couple things that wouldn't be considered healthy, but I did get 1 pack of 3 cheese pizza pops. It's just for if I'm feeling snacky or hungry or whatever, and it's just a quick little thing to eat. I have them once in a while. They sit in my freezer for the most part. And then the other not so good stuff for us, I did, like I said, I got a pack of these, so 2 packs actually, because again, I never see these anywhere, so I'm like, I'm taking advantage. But yeah, I know that I got a couple bags of just cheddar crispy minis, and then I did get myself some cold and stomach medication. Again, mental cleanup. Pain and illness is an illusion. I have started to bring online melting away different forms of pain and whatnot. Like I've been able to take away my own headaches, you know, itchy eyes and burns and whatnot. That being said, I'm still working on allowing that online, and I'm still in the illusion that this stuff helps. So I know I take it with knowing I give these the power that I choose to. But I still utilize them while I need to. And so along with that, I did get myself, again, it's just Tetley. It's nothing super fancy, but I did get some super green tea, tropical with vitamin C. So I'm going to be sipping on that, and hopefully that'll help. And then I don't have it in me to make my own homemade chicken noodle soup. I don't have the space and the energy and the ingredients. So I did get a couple cans of the chunky soup, and I've got a pack of the Lipton soup with like mostly broth and just a few of the small noodles. Well, with the small noodles. So I have those, but so I didn't need to buy more of that. But like I said, I got a couple cans of these. And then bagels, because bagels. And then I got myself some bananas. I've got my other fruit and veggies. I didn't need to restock on those, but I did need more bananas, so I got bananas. And then I was out of ranch. I don't use it very often, but sometimes I like it to dip veggies in, or, you know, I enjoy it if I make fish and rice, and then like I have a salad on the side, and I like it when the ranch can kind of like get mixed up with all of it. It tastes yummy, but I don't do that, again, not very often. Not that I need to justify myself, but just explaining. And then I just got a small thing of milk because I forgot to check the date on the milk that I have. Plus, with my being sick, I don't really know how much milk I'm going to even really drink over the next like little while. So, but I wanted some just in case I did want it, needed it for some reason. So I got that. And then the only orange juice that was like a smaller jug and not for like, I mean, it was still pricey in my opinion, but it was a cheaper one. So I just got myself pulp-free orange juice. So that is my little haul if anyone is interested. So I'm gonna get this stuff put away, and then we'll sit down and we'll chat a little bit. Chat and channel. Whew. That felt like a lot on a certain level. Just because, again, I'm in the illusion of not feeling good. So it feels really good to sit back down. Anyway, it was really interesting. The next store that I stopped into really quick after Walmart, so at Walmart, the total came to, what was it? 7605, so 765. And then the total with this other store came to 4678. So the four is just like representative, like, you know, 404 page not found. Like it's like the whole like acknowledgement that this is an illusion, it's not real. But then the 678. So at the one store I got 765, and then this next store I got 678. And I know that's not a coincidence. So that was really cool. But yeah, essentially what I was saying and receiving was, you know, it's okay to let yourself feel even when you're in public. You know, if you feel like you need to cry, let yourself cry. There's nothing wrong with showing tears.
And if you need to take a moment to stop and breathe, that's okay too. You know, and that's what I did. I didn't end up crying this time. I've only cried in the store like twice in this past year. I've never really have before. I don't usually let myself, but this year I have. And that was about twice. But this time I didn't feel like I needed to cry. I just felt again, it's illusion, but felt really, really, really sick. Even right now, I'm not going to be able to do too much more because I just talking's making me want to like be sick. Again, it's illusion, but like I said, I won't deny the fact that I'm still clinging to illusions. So with that, I need to also respect myself and my illusions and, you know, go with what feels right for me too. Like, go with the guidance and go with what's truly here. But if I'm also in a space where like I need to break or I need to put up illusion of boundaries, like that's okay. So I'm not going to be able to do too much more. I was wanting to sit here and like really sit and channel for you guys and really like get more messages through, but I'm shutting down. I can tell like I'm pretty much done. I need to like rest and let myself just, like I said, rest, relax, and then like meditate, connect, do mental cleanup, sleep, all that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, my foot just got tickled, sorry. With that being said, yeah, there was that, just that reminder to circle back to kind of like the beginning of all of this with like, I think I started off with like, you know, what's a new year and all that. So my foot's getting tickled again. Thank you. Um, so I'm just getting that prompt to kind of end this off back with that, like just talk about, thank you. I appreciate, I keep tickling my foot, which it's distracting a little bit, but I appreciate it because I know it's like that's, I'm getting confirmation on all of this. So I appreciate that. Um, so again, you know, we will see people talking about New Year's resolutions and, you know, what you can do, like what kind of rituals you can do at the beginning of the new year. And people reflect on their past year and all this stuff. Again, we need to fully embrace and feel where we're at the same time. It's, it's also really important to remember and anchor onto what the truth actually is. And we don't need to play with the illusion of limitation like that because technically everything is helpful. This isn't a judgment. It's just basically a fact that to because it is to limit yourself, because it is to say like I'm going to set my resolutions and intentions at this time of year. Like that's all well and good, everything's helpful. At the same time, it doesn't have to be like that. Is a limitation because there is no this time of year. There's literally only now. There is no past, there is no future, there's just now. So this can happen at any time. So especially if you're in that space where you feel like you haven't done enough, or if you missed that opportunity. Like I saw a post today saying on January 1st go out and do this. Well, January 1st is come and gone, but that's okay because there technically was no January 1st. So if you didn't do that and you're like, I should have done that on the 1st, do it now if that's what you're feeling like doing. You know, like it doesn't matter. And again, at the end of the day, the intention is what matters. So whatever form the self-work comes in, it's fine. It's just the matter that what's important is the intention behind it, which, you know, the intention that's that it quote unquote should be is to give away what's not real to allow what is real. At the end of the day, that's what everything is. You know, any form of healing or self-work or whatever, like burning sage or like anything like that. It's all just a metaphor of letting go of what isn't real to allow what is. That's all. Um, and then there's also that reminder, and again, I'm seeing Eric smiling and nodding. There's that reminder to give out that if you've been in the illusion of alone, um, you know, especially because that the illusion of loneliness can really surface during holidays as well. Um, you're not alone ever, and this is opportunity for you to do the work on yourself to allow that fact. It's actually a gift. If we are in the illusion of isolation and loneliness, it's in a sense a gift because it gives you good opportunity to, first of all, feel and face those illusions, but then also go within and do the work, and then allow the fact that you're not alone, and allow the true connection that is here, and let yourself be loved on, and let what you really are to shine through yourself and project out and reflect back. So I was getting the prompt to give that reminder as well. Like I said, I really did want to do more actual channeling, but like I started just thinking about doing it again, and I can just feel myself like shutting down. Like I feel like I'm about to fall asleep. So I know that like this is I'm supposed to end this here and whatnot, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't know what was when I filmed this morning before I got out of bed. I really didn't know how this was going to look and work. I was going to do like a full on getting ready with me, but it didn't really work out that way, especially because I needed to charge my phone, and plus there wasn't really much to film because I literally just hopped in the shower and then I filmed with you guys and threw my hair back and brushed my teeth and got changed and left, you know. So there wasn't really much to film and whatnot, but I did what I felt guided to do and what felt right. And I do know at the end of the day, this is all for me because this is my dream I'm making up. With that being said, in the illusion of others, I hope that at least one person who comes across this finds this helpful or enjoyable or whatever. So, and now I'm also in a space of, oh, now I gotta like edit this together, which is not really editing together because like I don't edit my stuff. Like everything that I film is just like raw and real. I don't filter, I don't edit, I don't add anything to it. What I mean by editing is I've had to turn the camera off several times, so I have different video clips that I need to put together to make one long video. So I finally figured out how to do that on a free program, so thankfully I can do that. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. That feels like so much work. But I'm reminding myself again, that's an illusion. Do mental cleanup on that. And there's no rush to do it anyway. Even if I don't get this done and uploaded today, that's okay. It doesn't have to be right now. Because I mean, and well, it doesn't even have to be today because again, there is only now. There we go. And so it doesn't have to be right in this now, but there is only now. So it doesn't matter when I do it. So, yeah, but anyway, with all that being said, what feels more correct is to again wish you guys a happy and wonderful now always rather than a happy new year or happy 2026, because as much as yes, the character ego side of me is going happy new year and happy 2026 and all that stuff, what I'm really feeling, what I know is there is no new year, there is no 2026, there's only now. And I do not only wish you all a wonderful happy now always, I also know that in truth you are a wonderful happy now always, you know. And I promise I'm going to keep doing my work on myself on my end to keep allowing this to shine through more and stronger. So yeah, all right, well, thank you guys all for everything. I do appreciate you all very much. And yeah, as always, like I just said, have a wonderful now always. Bye.